G'day guys, Dallas here from Dun & Watson. Today we're just going to be running through our deluxe pantry. Everything that you'd be receiving if you order one, and we're going to do a bit of a run through on how you put one together. At the end of this, so if you're having any questions about assembling yours, you can always give us a call or flick us an email. So we may as well start at the base and we'll work our way up. So here you've got your base of the unit. You'll notice there's no pilot holes in the floor, so being just a raw alley product, you can drill out wherever's going to work for you. So whatever's going to line up with what you've got going on in the back of your four-wheel drive, your canopy, your trailer, anything like that, pick your own hole. So it does make it very easy in that respect. You'll notice down the sides of both, you've got your pilot holes. That's for the slides that brings the entire unit out. We always find when you're putting them together, it's always best to put the right on the right and the left on the left. That's because when you're building them, if you happen to disconnect the arm, they both look the same. And the last thing you want to do is get the outer left-hand arm and install it in the right-hand unit, because they become difficult to pull apart again in the future. So best way to avoid this, left on the left, right on the right, happy days. So here we have the unit. I'll just put it back together for now. So there is a video on how to disconnect and reconnect these if you like. But as you'll see, being a laser cut product, all the holes line up. So it's very straightforward on what goes where. So you'll be doing that on both sides. And then just put it on the side for now. When it comes to the actual unit, you'll be doing it again. You'll be using the internal holes. As you'll see, they line up with the pilot holes on the tray. So outer hole centers to the unit, internal hole centers, to the unit, outer hole centers to the base. That's going to allow the unit to come in and out. Pretty straightforward. You'll notice that the unit itself has a second internal mounting flange, and that's got pilot holes on it as well. That is for the pull-out bench. So when it comes to these sides, grabbing these runners here, same deal, pair on the left, pair on the right, nice and easy. With these runners, your rear track is what will be marrying up to the hole centers underneath, so the rear to that. And then internally, the inner arm, you'll see the hole centers that line up to your bench. And obviously when they're installed, that's how you're going to have your bench come in and out like so. Okay, so now you've got the unit coming in and out, you've got the bench coming in and out, so functionally it's all operational. Next, what you've got is your rear shelf. So you'll notice on this, you see you've got this protective film everywhere. That's just to prevent the unit from getting scratched, not only during fabrication but installation for you. So as you're coming along, when you get to this stage, you just pull this off as well, and then you put it in there. You're not going to have any scratches or blemishes in it, so it's going to be looking new for you. But anyway, you got your pilot holes here. They're going to line up with your pilot holes here. You're simply going to put that in place like so. Very straightforward. And you're going to use some of the nuts and bolts that are provided for you. If you're getting the 12-volt high-often variation, you'll see you've got an adjustable track here, and you've got these nutserts in the hook like so, and you'll see you've got these hooks at the base. These line up to the pilot holes in the bottom of the oven, so you simply hook up like so, and it's suspending. And then when you marry up with these hole centers here, you'll be suspending the oven here, and you'll be using the larger bolts that are provided there, and that's how you're going to hang the oven from the front. You've got your left and your right, so you've got the pair to do that when you're ordering the 12-volt variation. When you get bungee straps applied loosely, The idea of the bungee strap is to prevent anything from flying out when you're traveling. So you'll notice you've got pilot holes down the side of the unit. You've also got pilot holes up here for your top shelf. So you simply tie it off. You take it to about 50% stretch and then tie it off again so that it's got some return bounce to it. You want it tight, not too tight, because you want a bit of play in it, but that's all you need to prevent anything from bouncing out when you're driving along. Lastly, you've just got your pod mounts here. So for a lot of people, you've got this mounting base on the floor, which is a bit of a universal plate we've made up. So you've secured your coffee machine here. You want to carry some pods with you and you don't want them flying around. You have your slotted track here, like so. And you simply, once again, with the nuts and bolts provided, you'd be running them through these holes and through that track. It's a slotted track so that not all pods are the same size, so you have this adjustment in there so you can set it tight for the brand of pod that best suits you. So there you have it, just a bit of a run through on how you put it together, but there is a little bit going on here, so if you do have any questions, feel free to give us a call or flick us an email.